Hey guys, I'm Caitlin. I'm an intern at the church. I hope you guys are all doing really well. Over the last few days, God has continually been highlighting a certain theme during my devotional times that I thought I'd share with you guys. This is the theme of idolatry. God's people have always struggled with this, and part of the reason why is because we were created to worship God, and so it is part of our design to worship something. Tim Keller says that an idol is whatever you look at and say in your heart of hearts, if I have that, then I'll feel my life has meaning. Then I'll know I have value. Then I'll feel significant and secure. It's sometimes easier to worship idols, things that we've created, because then we get to decide how we want to worship them and even what we want to sacrifice to them. Isaiah 40 verse 20 says, "He who is too impoverished for an offering chooses wood that will not rot. He seeks out a skillful craftsman to set up an idol that will not move." At that time, people who didn't have a lot of money decided that instead of giving a sacrifice to God, they would rather make their own idol that they could worship, and it required less of them. We like to be in control, and that's why we turn to idols, because they don't command us to take up our cross or step out of our comfort zone or give up our sinful passions. In the past, people would physically create their own idols out of wood or silver and gold, and it was quite obvious that they were worshipping an idol rather than God. These days, the idols that we turn to are a lot more subtle, but this doesn't mean that they're less dangerous to our walk with God. It actually means that we might not even notice when we're devoting ourselves to something other than God. Whether we have a physical idol or something we can't even see, if we're valuing it over God, or even seeing it as equally important to God, then it is an idol. And Jesus says that we can serve only one master. Some modern day idols would include approval, relationships, jobs, or even money. As far as approval of man is concerned, the reward of being spoken well of by people and being liked by them does not come close to the lasting satisfaction of having God's approval. Gaining the approval of man will not guarantee an eternity with Jesus or any reward in heaven. No matter how much a person may love you and care about you, they are human, so they will fail. God is perfect in love. He always keeps his promises, and he is the only one that can fully satisfy the need for a relationship that we have with him. Money becomes an idol when we place our security in our finances and rely on that rather than on God. Basically, believing that if we have enough money, we will have all that we need. And while these things may temporarily satisfy us, they will always leave us wanting more and needing more. The expectation when serving these idols is that once we have what we wanted, we will be fully satisfied. But in reality, any person who is in love with money will never say that they have enough, in the same way that a fire has never stopped burning because it has been given more wood. The sad reality is that some people only discover how worthless these things are when they get to the end of their lives and they realize that Jesus is the only one who gives life and is worthy of praise. Psalm 96 verse 5 says, "For all the gods of the peoples are worthless idols, but the Lord made the heavens." We worship God because of everything that he has done. Unlike these idols, God has created all things on heaven and on earth. When we were still sinners and incapable of making our way back to God, he sent his son to pay the ultimate price for us so that we could have a relationship with him. He fulfills every need and gives us lasting joy and satisfaction. Later on in the psalm, it says that we should ascribe to the Lord the glory due his name and bring an offering and come into his courts. We worship him not only for what he has done in the past, for all the things that he's doing currently, or even for the things that he's going to do in the future. We worship him because he is God, and he alone is worthy of our worship and praise.